Now, good morning everyone. We are going to discuss about your task 4. Let me open the task 4 program. In this task 4, you are going to have 3 programs. Okay, in that the first one is to check whether a given number is perfect or not. To check whether a given number is perfect or not. When can you say that a number is a perfect number or not? Before discussing about the checking of a number whether it is a perfect number or not, I need to know what is a perfect number. A perfect number is a number which will be the sum of its factors. Say for example, 6 is called as your perfect number. Why? Because what are the factors of 6? 1, 2 and 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. In the same manner, 28. The factors of 28 are 1, 2, 7 and 14. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7. 1, 2, 4, 7 and 14. Okay, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 14 is 28. So, sum of the factors of a given number should give you that number. Then we can say that that number is a perfect number. Now, let me explain this one. So, I have read one value n. While I less than n, what I am going to do is n modulus I is equal to 0. That means starting from 1, I am going to calculate the factors. So, sum is equal to sum plus I. If suppose this is the case, say for example 6 I am taking. 6 modulus 1 is equal to 0. Yes. So, what I am going to do, sum is equal to 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Sum value will become 1. Now increment I value. I value will become 2. 6 modulus 2, is that equal to 0? Yes. Then sum is equal to 1 plus 2, that will become 3. Increment I value will become 3. 6 modulus 3, is that equal to 0? Yes. Sum is equal to 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. Increment I value. Next, n modulus, that is 6 modulus 4, is that equal to 0? No. Next, increment I, that will become 5. 6 modulus 5, is that equal to 0? No. Increment I value, it becomes 6. 6 less than 6, the condition is false. You are going to come out of the while loop. Now, what is the last updated value of sum? That is 6. If that sum is equal to the number, that is 6 is equal to 6, then I can say that the entered number 6 is a perfect number. Otherwise, the entered number is not a perfect number. Let me execute this one with 2 values. So, perfect number 6, yes, is a perfect number. I'll enter other than 6. So, in between 6 and 28, you don't have any perfect numbers. So, what I am going to do is, I am going to enter 10. What are the factors of 10? 1, 2, 5. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. So, it is not a perfect number. Enter number 10 is not a perfect number. This is about your 4a. And next, coming to 4b, I have to check whether a given number is palindrome or not. Before discussing about palindrome, what do you mean by palindrome? Palindrome is a number where the number and its reverse are equal. Say for example, I am having 1, 2, 2, 1. The reverse of that number is again 1, 2, 2, 1. Then I can say that 1, 2, 2, 1 is a palindrome. If suppose 1, 2, 3, what is the reverse of 1, 2, 3? 3, 2, 1. So it is not a palindrome. In that way, I have to check whether that given number is palindrome number or not. I have read here and I have stored that one in some other variable called as m. While m not equal to 0, what I am going to do? I am going to calculate the remainder. How I am going to get the reverse of a given number? A last digit first I have to print. 1, 2, 3 is there. How can I get 3? If I perform a modulus operation with 10 on that number, then it gives the remainder as 3. Then I'll multiply that with 10 and I'll add to the remainder. So finally, until that m not equal to 0, I am going to get the value. So if that number is equal to the reverse, then I can say that the given number is palindrome, else that number is not a palindrome. Let me check here once. 1, 2, 3. Given number is not a palindrome. And 1, 2, 2, 1. Given number is a palindrome. So in this way you are going to write the code for checking whether a given number is palindrome or not. Coming to 4C. This is nothing but checking whether a given number is an Armstrong number or not. What do you mean by Armstrong number? The Armstrong number is nothing but here sum of the cubes of the digits of a given number should give me the same number. Say for example 153 is there. 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. So 1 cube is 1, 5 cube is 125, 3 cube is 27. 1 plus 125 plus 27 should give me 153. Then that number is called as your Armstrong number. Same in that manner only, what we have added is we have added the remainder. Now we are going to calculate the cube of that remainder. So what I am doing, I am multiplying that remainder thrice and then adding to the sum. See here 153. That is an Armstrong number. Other number I will give some 234. This is not an Armstrong number. Why? Because 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube is not equal to 234. What is 2 cube? 8. 3 cube is 27. 4 cube is 64. So it is not an Armstrong number. So this is about your task 4.